Welcome everybody to the DMV Podcast. Welcome. I can't do it fast because then y'all start coming after me and everything. But welcome everybody to the DMV Podcast. My name is Leroy.
I'm Sesay.
And I am Midori. I'm May.
Yes, we are the DMV Podcast. We have an AMP show. We have an AMP week. We have things going on. What's going on?
Well, first of all, Midori, tell us where you can find us.
You can always find the DMV Podcast on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter. We're not even really on there a whole lot, but we're still there. On SoundCloud and iTunes. Ow, ow. Try me if you want to. Shout out to them retweets. And to you can always send us an email if you want to get up close and personal. dmvpodcast@gmail.com.
Hey.
And don't forget to tell a friend.
To tell a friend.
To tell another friend.
About the DMV Podcast.
Yes. And we've had an explosive time, an explosive week. I know everyone's been productive.
Explosive? What was explosive about your week, Leroy? Tell me.
Explosive about my week. First of all, I don't want to talk so much about my week. I want to talk about, so when I'm working, this is like, I don't usually tell people this, but I listen to a lot of Corinne Bailey Rae.
Oh, really?
Are you guys hip to Corinne Bailey Rae?
No.
She's the girl who sings that song.
She's like a Solange type.
She sings that song.
Oh, I like her.
She had like short hair back in the day or something?
Yeah, I had to remember who that was.
Short hair, that was like long, but I listen to a lot of Corinne Bailey. It gets me focused.
I know, she's got that.
She does have that tranquil kind of.
That voice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Corinne Bailey Rae.
Yeah,
Cute.
so because I've been just on the computer editing things, post Miss DC USA, did the photos. Shout outs to Cordelia Crenshaw, who won. Shout out
to Cordelia.
Congratulations.
Yes, honey.
And I've been editing and stuff like that, and just what comes to my head is like I listen to a lot. Like I can't do a lot of the music that I want to listen to while I'm editing and stuff like that.
Right,
I don't know if you guys get
focus.
this too, but I can't do too much of just like regular music. I can't be singing along. I can't be doing a lot of
Okay, so you said when you're editing video?
videos, photos.
So when you need to focus,
Yeah,
you need
focus.
something that's like
even when I'm working from home. Yeah.
Okay.
That's cute. You put on Corinne Bailey Rae.
Yeah.
That's
I'm giving that away.
interesting.
I never told. I've only told.
She makes
my
your week
fiancé
explosive.
Yeah.
Explosive. Cheating on her with Corinne Bailey Ray's voice.
Interesting.
Now, my
Es muy
fiance's
interesante.
definitely not here for it.
Not
by the
at
way.
all.
She's like, oh, so what's this thing you got with the?
Oh, I wonder how it is.
Hey.
I don't. That's the girl. That's the song.
Yeah.
Oh, that's you were
but
sexy time when you're editing.
First of all, she has new albums out.
She does. I'm sorry, Corinne.
So if you're hearing this with your millions of fans,
Song is from 2017 or 2007. I don't know. It's one of the two. It's all
Actually
bad.
cannot.
but yes, a lot of editing, just a lot of going through it in the trenches. What about you, Sesay?
I've had an interesting week. So I have been playing Now. I don't know if you guys heard of Now. She is an artist from London who has a very tranquil voice.
Okay.
She's R&B, but she's kind of trance, but she's kind of like Afrobeats and kind of like a little, now I won't say EDM, but it's a little bit of like that.
And that's NAO Now for you guys who don't know, who are not enlightened. Go find her
Please.
on Spotify. She's worth it.
She's
Absolutely
popping.
worth it.
No, because it makes me sad.
Bad blood.
Yeah, all of that. I actually have a lot of bad blood. That brings me back to that point. So her album,
How casually you slid that in there,
Yeah.
sis.
So,
Great segue, sis.
her album is like my life right now. It's Saturn, and it's about the Saturn Return. And basically, what happens when you turn 30? Every 30 years, the assumption is every 30 years, Saturn finally makes its orbit around the sun, and it comes back to the place that it was
Shouts
in
to
that
Saturn,
moment.
noticing
Right.
celebrating
And
people's birthdays.
So what you're supposed to do at that time is like purge any old relationships, jobs, things that no longer serve you, and you're born anew. So like that kind of happened, like from when my 30s happened, and like I had a meeting with somebody I ain't seen in a long time that I ain't want to see for a long time, and we had to reevaluate some things, and I've been playing Now back to back because
it's been feeding your soul, and that's what you need.
Yeah. Okay. I'm a very intuitive person.
Right.
My gut leads me. Like my mind will tell me one thing, my heart will tell me another, but my gut's like, bitch, this is what we're gonna do.
This is what we did.
This is what you need to do. This is what we're gonna do. And right now she's not saying nothing, so I'm just like,
I'm
all right.
done.
All right. So that's been my week. I went to work. That happened.
Wait, I went to work. That happened.
Yeah,
that was a thing.
That's about it. That's about it. It's been me in my headspace and trying to clear out what I don't want for the rest of the year and what I want to bring in 2019. That's been very intentional with my thinking. That's been my week. How about you, Midori?
Jeez Louise, my week has, this week was the culmination of a lot of planning for 4 or 5 months. I think it's 4 months. I had an idea 4 months ago. And I wrote about this in my little post or whatever, so I'm just gonna be verbatim. I had an idea. I told my partner.
Yes, hey girl.
Oh my gosh.
Hey Ashley, let me know.
Were you drinking? Were you guys drinking?
Little Riesling. We like Rieslings.
So cute. I love it.
Thanks, good. So I told her about my idea. I told her about this vision I had, and we had the means to make it happen. And I took her into the meeting and she helped me seal the deal. And then we actually saw it come to life.
Power moves.
Yesterday. And so when I tell you, I have been planning a photo shoot. It's more than a photo shoot. So it's like, I call it a production because it's video and photo.
It has to be.
Obviously. So I created this production out of one meeting, one happenstance. Just meet somebody randomly at a party.
So
and eventually 4 months later, I bring them back to this huge mansion in DC and I say, let me take $20,000 worth of your product and shoot it for you. Okay, great.
Oh yeah.
So when I tell you, like the insurance, like being in a mansion and seeing like the people were walking up the stairs, everyone's in awe. I had a team of 12 people and I scrolled into this house and I'm like, hey, my people are here. Let's go. I'm sorry. You had to press a button to get to the door. And then somebody has to come down to the door, kick a button and press another button and a lever pops up to open the door. This new gate and stuff. It's gated community. Like I'm telling you, I was so happy that it finally came together. And by the end of the day, we planned for day 2. So I will be shooting day 2 with the same team. I'm telling you, everybody from the team stayed on. Everybody from the team was like, oh no, we're doing this.
That's dope.
So I've got another shoot, lined up, another piece, and that's going to be even more video because we're doing commercial stuff there. So it's going to be really crazy. But this week really helped me solidify myself as a creative director because I've been going out and doing so many of these projects.
Clap it up for Midori, people.
Thank you so much because I'm finally like, all right, cool. Business mind is on point, and I made a coin. So I'm like, oop, okay. Well, what else can we do? So this week has been. That you needed that boost, you needed that kick in the butt, and I'm just like, it was this week. I'm so proud.
I think that's big because it's so hard to get people together. It's so hard to plan things.
Well, it took us so long to get the venue, and then the thing is, I knew the guy who does the venue, right? We go back and forth, but it's something like I got to talk to the trustees, and I got to ask the board if these days are. I got to ask the board if this is available, and all this stuff came together a week before. I had told everyone we're going to shoot. So we got the final approval and we did the walkthrough 2 days before. So I brought my photographers and everything. So I'm like, we're good. Like everything is great. And then boom, they showed up and they showed out. Every single model killed it. Photographers, interns, everybody killed it. So
I'm so proud.
Thank you so much. I felt like you when you were doing all the Sesay solutions.
Girl.
Every time you put on an event, every time you do something, I'm like, this is Sesay.
And then then it's done.
And then it's done. Like, right. So in my capacity as a creative director, I work with the event planner, the person who actually can put the space together, right? And so sometimes that's like the decorations and all that other jazz. And then I also work with the production team, which is my team. So these are people that I know. So it's my videographers, my favorite photographers, all these people who I'm like, all right, cool. We work together, we gel. This is our vision. This is my vision. How are we going to make it happen? How are we going to use our best parts of ourselves?
And everybody brings their expertise.
And everybody brings their. And I'm like, I'm not retouching. I don't know nothing about this lighting that I want. You guys, tell me how to do it. And they did it, and it came out amazingly because I let them be themselves. So, I try to do something different when I do production stuff, and I try to make sure that everyone has a good time. I bring in some lunch. I try to talk to the people and kind of give learning, kind of tidbits. And I brought in a high schooler as an intern and a stylist, so she got a credit for school and stuff. So I felt like I was doing really good. Like I brought up somebody else, bring in the new kids, and
that's always big.
Yeah.
I think people don't take that into consideration when they're doing things.
You got to bring people with you.
Yeah.
I don't like doing things by myself because it's boring because
No, you always have a team.
He always team. Yeah.
There's always somebody.
Because someone should always be learning something.
Yes.
I feel like each one teach one.
Yeah. And the collaboration, the ideas.
Get down, brother.
You have the right.
Get down, brother.
I'm so okay. On that note.
Oh, what does that sound like? Oh, awkward.
But
So that wraps up my week. That's how.
That's hilarious.
That's how that went down.
I can't bring it back. I can't. Wow. Moments with friends. Moments with friends.
Oh my God.
See, when you tell your friends stuff and they use it as a joke against you later.
Inside jokes abounding.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Sidebar, that was actually not about me.
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
Not directly anyway.
No, it was.
Honestly, I don't know who it's directly about. That's see.
You might find out
We'll tell you
later.
in the commercial.
Yeah.
Boom.
Along with you guys, I'm lost too.
Done. I'm done. And see who. All right, you guys. So you ready to get into this DMV fun fact?
Hey.
It's the DMV fun fact. What? It's the DMV fun fact. It's the DMV fun fact.
She look.
Oh, she ready.
Millie,
That's cute.
Millie.
That was 30. That was 30.
Hey.
I'm so done. I'm so done.
Sorry, guys.
And see who. So I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
God.
So here's what we're doing. We're gonna do something a little bit different. For DMV Fun Fact, I'm going to give you guys the news, okay? I'm going to tell you what's going on in our community.
Yes.
And I want, shout out to the DM and the V, okay?
Yes. Especially the V.
Especially the V. We're so biased. So I'm going to give you as a fact, and I want to hear your stance on what I got to say. 60-second debate time. Just give me your pro, con, or you for it, against it. Listen to what I got to say. So we have been blessed.
Blessed.
Here's my bias. Here's my bias. We have been given the opportunity to have Amazon within our midst. Amazon has chosen
Leader of the Black
Queens,
Friday.
Virginia. I hate you so much. Queens and Virginia, in Arlington, Virginia, as their two locations for their next headquarters. They're splitting up a location. I don't know how you can split up a headquarters, but that's fine because that's what they're doing. So we've got, bro, don't ask me how. But so the whole entire movement, okay, is they've been pitched by plenty of different states, plenty of different cities. Everyone builds a deck and they say, this is what I'm going to give you. What they're giving out in return for Amazon to come is a lot of tax breaks, right? Virginia gave out a couple good ones.
Yes, they did.
New York had a couple good ones too. Right. What we're getting in return as Virginians and as DMVers, we're getting 25,000 jobs. Isn't that amazing? 25,000 jobs to the area that's here and New York. They also have a Center for Intelligence that's going to be created in Nashville, Tennessee. So that's going to be something else as well. What's going on here? What are you thinking? Where Amazon's coming?
We're full.
Oh, MG. Are we full?
We're full.
Oh.
Arlington is full.
Full of joy, right?
It's
full of
full.
happiness.
There's no more room.
Full of
Like of all the places you could move to, Arlington, Virginia. Really?
Honestly, I don't know exactly where in Arlington.
They're building it in the sky.
Where?
In the
Where?
sky.
On top of what?
Next to the gas station.
Okay, so for Claire,
All they can do, no, that's not even Arlington. That's Alexandria. They got to go back down the landmark, knock down that mall, build it there because there is literally no room in Arlington.
right. So what's happening is it's in the National Landing is a long strip of land that's Route 1 that we know so well.
It's gonna be like
It's
an
gonna be
apple.
a lot.
this
It's
is
gonna be
my
like an
thing.
apple.
So wait, hold on. Leroy,
Yes.
give me your 60 seconds.
Okay,
Go.
60 seconds. My take on this is I love the push that came through. It extended 66. I know you've been seeing some of the construction. I just remodeled my home and rented it out. So rent's going up next year.
It is for sure.
I'm using 5 seconds to laugh. I'm not a bad person, but
Do people pay rent in Arlington? Do you know it's the same cost as DC?
oh yeah, it's definitely good.
It's the same.
Yeah, but definitely love the idea. And new jobs, 25,000 new jobs. A lot of those are going to be 6-figure jobs. So shout outs to a lot of those coming in.
Yes.
But yeah, shout outs to Amazon.
Dope.
Leader of Black Friday.
Wait, I don't have time for that.
So
Well, I think it'll be good. I think it'll be bad as well. We just have to see. A lot of these businesses that come into different communities, sometimes they do make good on their promises and sometimes they do not. So what I'm curious to know is, what do you guys think in the comments below, por favor? Please let us know what you're feeling. You can always hit us up on the Instagram and the Twitters, and we will tweet you back if you tweet us, and let us know how you feel about Amazon coming into the DMV. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. I think I like it, but I also want to see what they're offering, and I want to make sure that they make good on their promises.
I think we're full, and I feel like they're going to bring 20,000 people here. to fulfill those jobs. That's what I feel.
We will find out when they come into town. All right, you guys, that is it for the DMV podcast. Fun fact.
Yes.
DMV. Fun fact. DMV. Fun fact.
So we're going to go to break. We're going to go to break and come back in 10.
What's up, everybody? This is Con Duani Fidel, and right now you are locked into DMV Podcast.
Welcome back, everybody, to the DMV Podcast. Welcome back.
Hey.
Yes, continuing on with some more exciting DMV Podcast show. We got a story for you guys. That's a good way to start that up, right?
Yeah.
I'm excited about the story.
I like stories.
I'm excited.
I like stories.
I like stories.
Yes, I'm about to break it down for you guys. So follow along
Okay.
and keep.
Are you a good narrator?
Oh my gosh,
We're
it's
gonna
about
find
to go
out.
down.
We're gonna find out.
With time.
Okay.
With time.
I like that. I like that. Okay, that's cool.
Okay, so this is a story from Reddit. Definitely, it's about dating in DC, right?
Oh.
So this guy goes to the Reddit and then continues on to say he's talking about his dating experience that he had right in DC. Okay, y'all still here?
We're with you.
Dating in DC.
In the DC, Maryland,
In the
Virginia
city.
area. I want to see that because
Sure.
sometimes you can find someone in Virginia, take them out to DC,
Oh, can you?
and then end up in Maryland.
Listen, it's actually happened to me.
Happens.
You can find someone. Okay, I got it. I followed.
That actually happened.
I caught it.
Yeah.
So his story goes, I'm on the train one day, headed to Boston and sit next to this really pretty Indian girl, right? Mm-hmm. So we start talking, hit it off. She gives me her phone number. We texted a bunch during the week and make plans to meet up upcoming Friday. Okay, cool. Since I don't have a car, I take Metro everywhere, just like a lot of us DC people do. Not me, because I'm busy.
The Commonwealth.
I borrow my friend's Acura to go pick her up from Clarendon. She comes out looking absolutely stunning, way prettier, all dolled up. I take her to eat, had a few glasses of wine, then we go to the bar and shoot pool, hang out until the bar closes. Probably one of the best dates I've ever been on because we just had so much fun together. Anyways, here's the memorable part. I'm taking her home and she's giving me directions from the bar. Tells me at the last second to turn left and I made a super wide turn. Unbeknownst to me, there was a cop following me from the bar and he proceeds to pull me over. Y'all know about the cops in DC. Yeah. Y'all know about how that goes.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm waiting for the end of this story.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so whatever, no big deal. Probably get a ticket. See, people, that's the problem with people in DC.
Right.
They don't care about getting a ticket because they're just like, I'm just going to pay. But okay. Anyway, probably get a ticket. So we are waiting in the car. Waiting in the car while he runs my license, and we're dancing in the car to the cops' lights as if it was some disco lights.
Oh, you know those aren't black people.
So we're just, kind of put it in your head. What's going on here? Not a care in the world. Apparently, I'm pulled over.
Clearly not black people. Sorry. So sorry, Leroy. Go back to your story.
So it continues to say, apparently, I'm pulled over for suspected DUI. And this is where you know exactly who this person is because he says, no big deal.
Black people, listen.
I love all of my friends of the DMV, but I know exactly who you are.
Oh my gosh.
He knows who he is too.
Yes, he knows.
At the top of the
he
food
knows
chain,
where he's from.
as they
He
would
knows
say.
we knew where he grew up at.
Listen, and he probably got an uncle on the police force. They got
the card.
Daddy is a lawyer.
You know the little card the sheriff
daddy's
gives
a
you?
judge.
He's like, hey, show the
Dad
card
is
when
a
you get pulled
judge.
over. Nobody will mess with you.
Oh my god.
Sure, no problem.
So what happened?
Your dad is a judge. If you ever say that, your dad is a judge.
You know
He's a
somebody.
judge.
You know somebody.
I'm sorry.
Okay,
Back to
so-
your story, Leroy.
He says, no big deal. I had 4 drinks in like 6 hours.
Oh.
So he continues to say, he passes all his tests, gets back in the car and waits for my ticket. Another cop car pulls up. That's always weird to see a second cop car.
It's
pull
the
standard.
law in
It's
Virginia,
standard.
but it's more standard now.
Yeah, because it's like just a regular traffic stop. It's like second car. It's like, wait,
Right,
do I
right.
have drugs? Like,
Exactly. Do I have? Do you think I have drugs?
They do that. They do
Yeah.
that. Just it's actually to protect themselves.
Right.
Okay.
In case something goes left. Yeah.
Okay. So another cop car pulls up. Okay, now I'm a bit nervous. Why does he need backup? That's what a lot of us are saying about all.
Oh, that's when the white people get nervous? Oh, I'm sorry. Let me stop.
We were nervous at the initial lights.
I was nervous when you made a wide left turn,
When he
bro.
said I was dancing to the lights, I was like, yeah, that's not.
What is
we didn't learn
happening
that in the talk.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
So he says, maybe it's a slow night. He comes to the window and asks me to step out again. Now I'm freaking out. He tells me my license is suspended. Oh no.
Oh,
That's a jailable offense. I plead with the officer. It must be a mistake or some stupid unpaid ticket that I forgot. I tell him I'm on the first date. I really like this girl. Man to man, please don't do this. Cop says no dice, but he says he'll put the cuffs on in the car, not in front of her, and he'll have the other officer give her a ride home.
That's a thing?
Wait, what do you mean that's a thing?
Like,
yeah,
Well,
that's yes. That situation, yes.
Yeah.
The short
Okay.
answer is yes. I want to hear the rest of the story.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. So I spend the night in jail and bail out around 5 a.m. Wow. As I'm bailing out, one of the COs told me, I'm guessing it's going to
Correctional officers.
Correctional
Yes.
officers told me, I didn't know what a CO was.
Lord,
Jeez, Louis, you've never been in trouble with the law.
It's okay.
You don't even watch Law and Order. Goodbye. Continue.
it's okay.
One of the COs told me that some girl called in for me. Obviously, they weren't going to let me talk to her all the way home. So I get a call from her, and she tells me that the officer that gave her a ride home asked her for her phone number.
What?
Oh my! Wow.
Yo, dating life out here is tough. I know, is that tough?
Then it dawns on me that he was very adamant. He was a very adamant one that had me arrested. What is this guy having people arrested so he could steal their girlfriends? Oh. Anyway, she told me that she said no. I kind of believed her, but who knows? We went out one more date and then it fizzled out. I think she was dating someone else at the same time. Ended up choosing him. Whatever. I'm not still thinking about it.
Not tripping.
Then it says, or am I?
Oh, he wrote this Reddit post.
So exactly.
Is dating that hard?
Dating in DC is very. You can have a poppin' date and then like never see someone again. That's the weirdest.
Dog. I mean, so that pretty much sums up DC dating life. Like, there's so many elements, like the whole
Yes.
DUI situation.
That is hilarious.
The fact that we knew he wasn't black by his initial reaction
No
to
biggie.
seeing cops lights.
Did he say no biggie or
When-
no big deal? He
when
said no
he-
biggie.
No biggie. Yes.
When he said we were dancing with
Dancing
the cop lights,
to
I
the
was
cop
like,
lights
yeah,
like it was
said no
disco
black person
lights.
ever.
He
No.
said disco lights.
That,
Not happening. Not
We
happening.
just put you in a different
In a box.
club over here.
Nah.
Yeah.
In a box.
bro.
Yes.
Sorry.
The fact
So
that he
my-
told the truth and said how many, but then did he even get arrested for the DUI? Or did he really get arrested for a suspended license?
Got arrested for the
license, right?
License. Yeah,
Yeah,
not the
so-
DUI.
Yeah. 'Cause he wasn't drunk.
Because he passed the test.
Right.
But my
Because
question,
he wasn't actually drunk yet. It takes a while for the system.
So my question is, what is dating life? What was or what is dating life for you guys in DC? What are some experiences you had? Like, what do you guys seeing out here that's different, that you would say is different from just everywhere else in general?
So, like, dating in the DC area is trash.
Just grimy.
It's trash.
Grimy.
It's just
What?
trash.
Grimy.
And I say that as a native, someone who was born and raised here.
Grimy.
It's just not a thing. Like, it's a thing. It's just, so I'm, at the current moment, I am single, no mingle. And I'm
Yes,
very
single.
happy to say that.
Yeah.
But, there was a
Hit up in her
time.
DMs.
There was
Yeah,
no, do
all
not.
you fellas out
If you
there.
slide in my
Oh
DMs,
my
you'll be
gosh.
very
She's
disappointed.
giving it away.
I'm not, and I'm actually not. That's why my page is private. Like, try me. Try your mother.
Still send a message.
actually.
Just gotta just hit the crest. Just write a
You
really
just gotta-
good.
it's
Write
a
a really good
message.
initial.
If the message is good,
Y'all, I don't even.
That was the African
Okay,
in me.
so first things first. If you slide in my DMs trying to date me through Instagram, I will respectfully decline it, or I may not respectfully. I may. Just
I feel like you're doing yourself a disservice if you don't decline them. You need to decline somebody who shows up in your DMs
No.
for a real ass relationship.
because
That's
you
not how it
you
starts.
sent that same DM to like 20 people.
not how
No
it
effort.
Message.
I'm good.
Make it thoughtful.
But as far as dating in DC, so before I turned 30, I tried to do this whole like 30 before 30 situation. I actually stole this idea from a friend of mine she went on 30 dates before she was 30.
Wow.
And for my friends that know me, they know I'm not a dater. Like I don't like find joy in like going out and like going on random dates with people. It's just not a thing for me. So I was like, let me try to step outside of my box and do this thing. So the first date, so I asked my friends, close friends hook me up on blind dates with people. My first blind date was
How blind? Completely like...
Yeah, like I only saw them when I got there.
Ooh.
But I had criteria.
Right, and these are your friends, so they're not going to give you somebody to try.
Right.
They're trying to hook you
Okay,
up.
so the reason I said I was okay, I was actually more okay with the blind date because I do not believe, nor will I ever do any type of app dating.
Really?
No. So Tinder and all of them, no, not my thing.
What's your criteria? Real quick.
Well, it was really low for that situation. I was trying to be open, so
Make money?
Because you're trying to get through 30 dates. You're trying to get
Graduate
through 30
from
dates.
somewhere.
My thing was you have to have a real job, like
a career-based job,
career job,
possibly.
or if you are an entrepreneur, you need to actually like
make money,
be able to make money to pay all of your.
What's
bills.
What's your gross profit?
Bring email proof.
What's your net profit?
Like, can you pay your rent with your?
Let me see your
endeavors?
PayPal.
Let me see your return slips.
Are you actually able to file a 1099?
Do you have carbon copies of all that?
Because you got to make at least $55,000 to even. Okay,
I'm done.
so
Oh my God.
can you actually? Thank
Amazon
you.
covered.
And then the other thing was no smoking. I don't do smoking of any kind. Not my thing. No smoking of any kind.
I mean, in DC, that's kind of funny because it's sometimes it's rare.
It's very 420 friendly, and my lungs are not.
Shouts to
So
there you go. And that's where you come into. This is my personal preference.
This is my personal
Y'all
preference.
got to respect it
Because I don't want to try to change you. And you're missing on great people. No, I'm not. We can be friends. We just can't date each other. Because if I smell, oh my God, I'm going to throw up. No.
All right.
So I'm done. So the first date, it was cool. He was not really like my type. I think he was Puerto Rican. He was kind of on the shorter side.
Puerto Rico.
Great conversation. Great friend vibes. We didn't hit each other up again. It was what it was, but it was a good way to get out and meet people, which I don't have a problem doing. The second date I went on, I met a guy when I was out with some friends, and then I realized as we were texting, because he's like, "Oh, I want to take you to brunch the next day." I was like, "All right, cool." I realized I heard his name. I was like, "I know this guy. I know this name." Found out he was from my country. So other rule of thumb, I don't date men from my country.
Goodness.
Love my Salon people. I will not date you.
Kidding me?
I love all people from Sierra Leone. I will not date you because I feel like I'm related to you.
Oh my goodness!
Because it's like a whole thing where you have to like. So who's your mom? Who's your dad? Who's related? Who's what? Oh, we're cousins? No. So just to bypass all that, I don't date people from my country. I just don't. I literally, if you told me from Sierra Leone, I'm like so unattracted in that moment. Sorry, I don't know what it is, but this is the one
Just
person.
say Nigeria, you'll be all right. Go into her DM, say Nigeria. No Nigeria?
We're gonna have an African conversation. In a minute.
I'm over. I'm over.
So
Teach me the ways.
Went on that date, and he was like, once I figured out who he, because he's like, you don't know me. I was like, I do know you. I met you through my best friend 10 years ago. I'd never forget a face.
Holy cow.
Yeah, and
DC is kind of small.
It was cool,
Very.
but then he reminded me exactly why I don't need people from my country. He was doing the most,
Ugh.
and I was
See, that's
disgusted.
real.
I was like, no.
Back up.
Then I went on a date
Physically
with
the most or financially the most?
No, like he was just weird. Like he was just like, sending me pictures of him that I didn't ask. Like,
Shoutouts.
like it was just weird. Like I remember one guy.
We be talking about DPs?
No,
Oh.
just like random selfies. I didn't
That's
want.
worse. That's
Hashtag
worse
games.
than DPs.
It was awkward. Like, why are you sending me?
Games?
Why are you?
Games.
Why are you sending me pictures of you working out? I didn't.
That's
ask
what I'm
for it.
saying. Yeah, that's worse than.
Why
to
are you
me?
sending me
No, I
selfie
don't
card
have time for
pictures?
that.
I met you yesterday.
No, I don't have time for that.
He's like, nah, she's gonna love this.
And then the awkward. Okay, so I'm in school. I'm studying for this like IT certification. So like I'm gonna talk to you in like 2 months.
Africans love IT.
And block. Because that means you need to let go of the girl that you're currently with.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
And once you phase that out, then you want to call me back up. No, I'm not.
No
You've tried
way.
Listen, I know how these African men think. You ain't gonna try me. I'm not.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Please, probably has a whole wife and kids back home. No, I'm not the one. Not for today.
Or just
not
at
today.
home.
Not the one.
No.
Probably. Yeah. So then like not recently. That was a while ago. Another guy I went on a date with, he was really cool. You know, we had good vibes once again.
Good vibes,
He
shout
had the
outs.
same name as my ex. I was like,
Wow.
I'm on high alert. Don't know how I feel feel about that.
What is that about?
Triggered. Run away.
Would you go in that direction if it was good?
So I tried, but this is the thing. I realized he's really disrespectful.
Oh.
And like he doesn't drink. And like
But he
that
acts
was
like it.
weird. So then like he tried to like I think I invited him over to like our pool for the summertime and hang out with me and like my friends so they could like feel him out. And he like disrespected my roommate and like talked about her getting a gift for someone that involved alcohol. And I was like, yeah, I'm not feeling that. She was like, yeah, I'm not feeling it either. I said, yeah, no.
Nah, that's gonna be a zero.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a zero.
So it was just, but it was like it became socially awkward, and then like the whole like, I don't know. I have things. I'm very like upfront about my things. Like I'm not a texter. If you text me, I'm going to text to respond, not to have a conversation. I like to see you in person. I like to talk on the phone. I need you to be intelligent. And I actually mean that. Like I need you to be able to carry on a conversation with me. I talk to everybody. I'm on a podcast. I talk all the time. I talk to myself. So if you can't hold a conversation with me, we definitely can't be together.
I know that's for sure.
Like I can't. It's just people are really weird and they like don't know how to be by themselves.
Oh,
Like,
that's an art you have to learn, but only by being by yourself. What?
yeah. It's just I'm just
What?
I don't know. Guys are just they're weird.
Any good dates?
Oh
What was your best date?
Like give me a time frame because
Wait, what?
The 30,
Ever?
the 30 for 30.
Oh,
they
30
were
30 date, yeah.
They were all so I only made it. So
They were
by the
all
way, I only made it to 3 dates.
Oh,
So-
cow. Holy
tried.
crap. I'm done.
3
We only
30.
yeah. So I made it to 3.
I'm
I
done.
told you I'm not a dater, and it just was
10%.
like
we're good.
not.
We're good.
It was like one guy tried to text me 4 weeks, and I was like, all right. We finally were supposed to go on a date, and he canceled the hour before the date, which I was happy about because I didn't want to go out.
thank you.
And then I blocked him. I was like, you're not serious. I'm good.
No,
Whatever.
thank you.
Like, mentally blocked or your phone
Yo.
blocked?
On my phone block. I blocked your heartbeat. I'm good. I never saved the name, so it takes me a while before I save your name. Sorry. Just for
Oh,
those
that's a
out
real
there.
thing. That's a real.
Because I don't
had
wanna
to practice that recently.
I don't want to
Yeah.
take up space. Like the phone remembers your name.
Yeah.
I don't want to remember your name. Like get out.
Don't do doing that.
So the best date I've ever been on was with one of my exes. And that was like a 13 dates in one. I think I talked about that before. We went to church. I met him at a party, and then like
The next day?
the next day or the day after. It was because we met Friday. The day after.
Listen here, girl, I'm coming to cleanse my soul after last night. You know what I mean?
So I was
So you
like,
wanna call me to-
I said I was gonna go to church. He was like, well, I'll meet you. I was like, okay. And he like lived deep in Maryland. I was like, all right. So we went to church. We went to lunch.
I know this story.
I know.
I know this story.
Went
Wait
to
a minute.
church. We went to lunch.
I love this
And
story.
then I was like, okay, well, I kind of need to go do some grocery shopping. He was like, all right, I'll take you. And I was like, really? So we go do grocery shopping. And so this is like the whole where you said come from one end. So I lived in Virginia at the time. He lived in Maryland. He came to Virginia. So then we were all over. Like we were in Alexandria, then we were in Kingstown. Then we went like back to Trader Joe's because that's where I was shopping. And then dropped me back off at my house to take my to put my groceries away. Then we got back in the car, went to go see a movie. Saw I don't do scary movies. Maybe see a scary movie. And then I think we got like some ice cream or something. And then it was like raining and we parked. Cause you know, like over there, like by is it Bellevue? Or what's that area over there, like near the water in Alexandria? Like
Fort Belvoir? You talking about Belvoir? Like down there?
no, like
that
so
far?
it's like
Or
the
like
back
the-
way, the back
I know
way
what
to
you're talking
drive
about.
up.
Yes.
It's like,
That's
it's like the side of
Something-
Old Town. That side
Yeah.
of Old Town.
Right,
Yeah.
Driving
right.
up when you're
In
trying
the George
to
Washington Parkway?
George Washington.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's before it's officially.
yeah,
so
exactly.
We went, drove over there. We parked
And
somewhere.
it's so
like,
cute. It's beautiful.
So cute.
Nice.
Parked
Oh,
somewhere,
that's
put
so
the seats back, and then
nice.
like watch the stars in the rain and like had a
Oh
whole
my
convo.
God.
And it
This
was
was a whole
great.
day?
Yes.
Yes, you remember
And
this
we
day
were
was the whole
we
day.
were only supposed to go to church.
How cute is that?
And
See?
it went from being like an hour to a 13-hour date, and it was dope. And we dated for a short stint. But that was like still to this day the best date I've ever been on.
Oh, that's what's up.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
Shout out to dating.
Yeah, that was the best first date, I should say.
Yeah.
The best date I ever had was my 25th birthday. The guy I was dating at the time. I went to New York. He surprised me with seeing a show at SOB's. And then he surprised me with not my favorite restaurant, but we had Italian for dinner. And it was just really, really sweet. He was like a great
Shout
guy.
out to this guy. You
and
better
just-
send this show to these guys that you're talking about.
How
just
crazy is
saying.
that?
Like, yo, I shouted you
my
out,
date
even though I
was
hate your
better.
guts. I
Well,
shouted
I mean,
you
he's not around anymore, so I mean.
No, he's not. But he has a girl, and
Oh,
we're
okay. So
still
he's happy.
friends.
He's happy. We're happy that
No.
he's happy. That's cool.
Love
That's fine.
him. He's probably the only good
We're
guy
adults
I've
here.
ever dated.
We are
so,
adults here.
Love him.
Midori, what about you? Dating out here, DC, Maryland,
But
Virginia.
yeah, I guess that doesn't count. He wasn't in DC. Ooh, never mind.
DC,
Yeah,
Maryland,
sorry.
Virginia. Where?
Yeah.
No, but she was like in.
The best state of life. He lived in New York.
Yeah.
So.
Oh.
Dang.
Yeah.
Cancel that out, guys. Sorry.
Cancel that.
Sorry,
So I
you're not
had
even
one.
eligible.
I've had
so
one.
she's never-
Literally.
I've had one.
She had to leave out
Yeah.
the
That's
area.
real. To find a good date.
I did.
My best date wasn't even from the DMV. I'm done.
Listen.
I love it.
I gotta tell you
love
my
it.
Chicago story.
Oh my
Listen,
gosh, girl!
I went to the club. I
can't wait.
got 6 numbers.
Spin-
I don't know who I was.
I'm done. But I can imagine going into a new city and being like, I have no inhibition here. Let's do it.
Yes.
Boom. Twerk.
Yes.
Twerk that ass. Twerk.
I had
Twerk.
3
Twerk.
dates
Twerk that
requested
ass.
for the next day. I was like, I gotta come back to Chicago.
You would.
Sorry.
That's that night when you just dance on anyone who walks up. You're like, you know what? I'm feeling myself. Come on, let's do this dance. I've gone out to the dance
everywhere.
floor and literally like pulled somebody one time because I'm like, I just need someone to dance with. I've been looking at you. Let's do this. And
Yes.
I've literally pulled
Yes.
somebody from a wall and I was like, I don't know you. I don't know this town. Let's do this dance.
Yes.
Because all I want is one. All I need is one good dance.
It's called Friday.
Just need one good dance.
Friday nights. Midori, what's dating looking like for
You
you?
know,
Not looking like.
Yeah,
but
but
what's
what is
it like?
What is
What's
it?
what
Is it like?
Yeah.
Here's the trash.
Okay. There's the trash.
And I love this segment. This is the greatest topic, and I feel like we should have a whole hour show on this.
Yes,
because like
I'm here for
this
it.
is this topic. We're already like 20 minutes into our time, and I'm like, dang, this is the best topic we've had. So this is something crazy. Can I say as a lesbian? I guess sure. As a woman who dates women, we'll put it that way.
guys, stay out of the DMs.
I
Those
am
fucking
tall
everybody.
and pretty, and I wear my hair, and I do my makeup, and I wear heels.
You let everybody know that
Therefore,
you're pretty. That's a big deal.
I'm excited.
I like that.
I
I like that.
She is pretty.
Not everybody.
Her
says
name is
I'm
Midori.
pretty.
Your name can't be Midori and you be
And you be
I'm just like, gonna
you can't just be you can't be a regular. You can't be a regular Douglas with that name. So I mean, I think that there's something that's called passing, right? We know what white passing is. When you are a black person, but you're
Oh,
very
I'm about to
light
learn
skinned,
some gay
and you
rules.
are.
Okay.
You look like you could pass for white. That's how a lot of people back in the day were like saving their families. They're like, oh no, my mother passed as white, so she got us privileges because she looked white,
Trevor
right?
Noah.
Trevor, no, you
Read his book?
you already
Yep.
know. I
Shout out
watched his
Trevor.
stand up too after the book. Beautiful. So for me, I am street passing. People don't look at me and think that I'm gay. That's an actual thing.
Wow.
That's an actual thing.
I'm learning so much.
There are so many women who would not come up to me.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, she could be straight. So this is a battle that all women are, not all women, but a lot of women are facing. You have women who are like masculine presenting, who they'll wear, maybe a button up or whatever. And this is what society deems as masculine clothing. Blah 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 blah. So you see somebody in basically jeans and some pants and a nice top. The way Leroy would get dressed up, you know what I mean?
Right.
A sweater,
Drip, drip.
a little drip, right?
Hey,
A cardigan,
Lily
a
Rock.
jacket, a nice
like
blazer.
preppy drip.
Zara, what up?
But that's what I'm saying. All those things. That's what I look for in my woman. I want that. So I have to go out to them. I have to go find them, which
That is
means me
interesting.
as an introvert, I'm put in a very awkward position.
You're an
Now I have
introvert?
She's not an introvert. She's lying to everybody.
I am an ambivert where
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
she's something other than
outgoing,
that.
but I
But
am
you like-
introverted.
Yes, Mhm.
Like I
yes.
want to be by myself. I want to be in my home. I want to be in the
Yes.
comfort of people that I know. I can be out in the comfort of people that I know. And when I'm out, if I have to be on, that's like work. So it doesn't really show up as this is me being vulnerable. It's like, no, that's pageant stuff. This is model stuff. This is me being a
Right.
baddie. This is just networking. No, it's nothing. That's
baddie.
easy. I feel like I can flip that switch on and off. It's really when I have to present myself as me, like, hey, I might want to date you. That's hard. Like as a woman, I didn't think about it. Guys walk up to me every day.
Hey.
I've seen it. I've witnessed it.
Stiff arm.
Every
Hey.
I've got
Spin
questions.
move. Hit stick.
Oh, so you're
And they
your
don't
girl
take no
Midori.
for an answer.
Girl Midori,
It's
what's
so
she about?
easy to get the attention of a guy, no offense. But the male ego and the attention span and what catches their eye,
we're shooting our
literally, anytime I walk out the door, it's somebody. I walked into a Christmas party and the guy in line for VIP was like, I brought this gift. I wasn't talking to you, sir. He turned around and told me his whole life story about what he brought as his charitable donation for his entry. I'm like, I don't want to know about your toy that you bought for the kids. That's cute. But like, that's what I'm saying. Guys are easy. Women approaching me, that's hard. So I went on Tinder a lot. I started off trying to go to places where I wanted to be sought after,
Okay.
right? So I'd go to busboys. I'm like, ooh, yeah, I'm gonna find me a girl who likes poetry and music. And didn't. But they were there, but I just didn't find what I was looking for.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, I'm not really good at going out all the time because I'm like living in Virginia and I'm working in Virginia and I'm here. How can I find people? So I'm on Tinder. I get on Tinder and I feel like the whole world kind of opened up, but also it was very selective. It's a very selective world. So I had to go on multiple apps to find different kinds of people. And I found different kinds of people on different kinds of apps. So it's been crazy. I feel like women are intimidated. We as trying to seek each other out, who makes the first move? How do we go? Somebody's always like bold and like ready to jump in and be like, yeah, this is what it's like. And then someone sometimes is very timid and very just like, oh, okay, whatever. Then I have to deal with, do you even like women like for real, or are you just out here like trying to, I'm just figure out what's going on? And that's okay too, but let me know up front, please. So I have so many questions. Yes, I have so many questions I have to ask. And then I have to know myself. Do I want somebody who has never been with a woman before? Do I want that experience? Because for me personally, I want a committed relationship with somebody who, and this is my personal preference, somebody who is preferably out with their family so we can have our family bond. Somebody who doesn't mind that I'm publicly out, so I kind of would like them to be publicly out so it's less drama for me. I don't have to hide my partner or my spouse. I don't want to feel like I'm walking around being half person. I don't want to look single. I did that for literally 7-8 years where I looked single AF and everyone's hitting on me. I want to be happy. I want to share my happiness with everyone else just like everyone else does. So I feel like it was so hard to find the right mixture. And then on top of that, I have personal preferences. You got to have this. You got to have a job. You got to. It's so hard to find a black, a person of color who is educated in my age range.
This is the checklist. So get your pens out.
With a job.
Ain't no pens. Put the pens away.
With a job.
Put the pens away.
With ambitions. And I will ask you about your ambitions within the first date.
Yes.
Like I don't ask you like, oh, what do you do? I'm like, oh, so what do you want to do in 2, 3, 5 years from this? Where is this leading you? Oh, okay, that's great. You have a passion for fitness. What else are you interested in? Oh, what kind of fitness? I'm asking you like what else is going on, but not just, oh, this is what I do every day. There's so much crap. I feel like it's hard finding women. Yeah. It's hard. So anyways, I ended up referring to a friend.
The best way to go.
I ended up going with a friend. Y'all. And it wasn't even like a referral because she didn't want us to start dating. And I'm like, girl, stop trying to be a hater. But she wasn't. It was the biggest joke of all time. But she was just like, hey, you have your things going on. You thinking about talking to somebody else. She's thinking about talking to somebody else. She's got some stuff going on. And then we met each other at this conference. And then like things kind of just fell into place. And then I realized,
slow motion,
maybe the word of mouth, the friend thing really helped me. Because if you think about it, I knew she was a good person because she was a friend of my very close friend. I mean, one of my best friends, the woman who's going to be my wedding friend. Yes. And then here's the thing. She can't even be my wedding because she's my girlfriend's best friend. Damn. Get that. Ooh. Get that. She can't even be on my side of the wedding. She's going to be on my girlfriend's side of the wedding because she's her best friend. She's not even my best friend. So that's what I'm saying. I met my partner through through her best friend, my good friend. And so I was like, oh, this is going to be really comfortable. I know you're an achiever. I know you're awakened. I know that your mindset is different. I know that your spirituality is on our level. I knew all the boxes. Half of the boxes were checked. The other half, I just needed to experience. And because we were at that conference, I got all the boxes checked. So yeah, word of mouth. I like that your friends set you up on blind dates. I like the blind date. I like the blind date because I've had 2 very successful blind dates, and I kind of call like me meeting Ash a blind date because we reconnected. We were in the same friend circle for 7 years, so I knew of her, but I met her that day.
I'm trying to tell y'all, I know blind 5 dates. Successful relationships now who are married, happily married, and they're now they just like they both just dropped their babies.
Come on, babies.
But yeah, and they were blind dates. It was friends who you trust, who know you, who have your best interest at heart, setting you up. Because I think it's safer. People are crazy.
It's much safer.
It's just so much coming out here, and these, like I said, all these apps are booty call apps to me. I'm not doing it.
And that was my experience. Actually, when you're dating online, a lot of it is. And then I also thought that my mindset changed because I wasn't looking for a long-term relationship when I was on those apps. And because I realized what the game was. There weren't a lot of people on there who were ready for long-term relationships. I also judged a lot of people, and that kind of hurt me. I judged a lot of people, and I went on dates with people because of this exterior. Yeah. And then I met them and I'm like, holy cow, you're nothing like what I thought you were going to be from 2,000 characters and 6 pictures.
I would much rather meet somebody at an event or a like-minded, like a networking event, or just through a friend. One, because, okay, you're hanging around with this person, and 9 times out of 10, if you're with this person, the kind of friends I'm with, you're in a good like stock of people, and they're not going to hang out with you if you
Helps
weren't.
for
If there wasn't
conversation,
something,
It
and then
does,
I can
completely.
get backstory. I can learn are you sometimes crazy, part-time crazy?
So what
full-time
happened on that
crazy?
trip to Jamaica when y'all went for your girls trip? Like, how was she acting? Was she tripping? Was she ratchet? Was she just having? You learn all
and
these
then they
little
get
things.
to they get to ask those questions. But I mean, honestly, so the same guy who took me out on that 13-hour date, I literally dated him because he was one of my really good friends, friend. Right. Now there were some
13
things
hours?
It was a 13-hour date.
That date was long.
Okay.
That date was like a full day.
It started at 11 and it ended at midnight.
That's ridiculous.
That was a 13-hour date. Yeah. So
Must be a movie. 13-hour date.
but I was really moved to
Get your
even.
pens out.
I'm so weak. It was that was also a different situation for me. I dated him very quickly. I didn't wait too much time because I was like, well, I always take forever to do whatever, but I also realized my crazy process works for me because it's a vetting process and it just works. And I saw within I think I know the reason him and I didn't work out was because we weren't friends first. And it took me dating him and realizing when we were on, we were off. It was way off. And I was like, oh, I can't do non-friendship in the dating realm. So I think that's why dating doesn't really work for me because I need that friendship aspect. So yeah, man.
I feel you. That's
but,
real.
Leroy, you ain't.
I was about to say. So, how did you meet your fiance?
Hello?
Just jog my memory.
It's funny. It's funny for me because I'm working a lot.
Yes.
Well, I try to keep myself busy. I put it that way. I'm not working a lot. I try to keep myself as busy as possible. So during that time, which was 2015, 16. What are we in? 18?
I don't even know what the day is. Don't ask me what year we are in.
So 2000 and whatever it was. Back then I was working super. I was just on my computer, or I was shooting or something, filming something, doing something somewhere. So it was hard, for me to actually get out. I said no to a lot of people that were like, yo, Leo, let's go out. Let's go out. Just be like, nah, I'm busy, whatever. So it took one of my friends, matter of fact, one of my line brothers, to hit me up, be like, yo, there's a party going on. Shout outs to House Party. Let's make it. Let's do it. I was like, you know what? Let me put down everything. Let me come out. Let me this is a good stopping point. Let me go out, come back, finish up. And I went to his friend's birthday party at their apartment in Maryland. I'd have to drive. That's why I went.
Literally, I just ridiculous.
I did not have to drive because I was in
so
Manassas.
silly.
Yes.
And Manassas is so far. That's the only reason why you went. It was really because you didn't have to drive.
I have to drive.
Oh my gosh.
I only had to drive to Reston. I drive to Reston where he was staying at the time. Yo, wow.
I'm weak.
So and then drove from there, and that's why I met her, and I started talking to her there, and then we kind of kicked it off from there. But what's it called? Yeah, down here in DC, people are always sizing you up, asking how much you make. There's a political thing behind it sometimes too. Okay, this is going on. So what do you think about? Then it's like, oh, okay, that's where you stand.
But do you want to know that before you? Don't you want to know possibly? Maybe.
But when it's at some point, yeah, but I don't think it should be the deciding factor. You know what I'm saying? Should political stance be a deciding factor?
Only
if you're a friend of Trump, then we need to talk. We need to have no more dating conversations. We can have friendship conversations. But there's a fundamental difference between how I feel and how he feels.
Everything's clicking together, and they say, "Oh, I like this stance." Then it's a wrap. It might not. If they like Trump, I can understand.
If that stance affects my well-being as a person, then we have a problem.
Interesting.
There's having difference of opinions.
It's like if somebody says Blue Lives Matter, that's a major thing for me where I'm going to be like, hey, let's unpack where that's coming from. I'm going to unpack it with you first, and then I'm going to judge. Now that's the thing.
Okay,
I'm going to talk to you first. I'm going to communicate because I want you to be able to come to me as the whole person that you are, right? Now, if I hear that you're just saying words just to say words because they're catchy, then I know, okay, maybe you don't really understand. Let me help educate you and then see what your actual stance is once you know the facts. Once I give you the facts, if I feel like you are really trying to build this wall right now, girl, I'm going to walk away.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You have a problem with immigrants?
Oh my
do you know who I
goodness.
am?
Oh my
Do you know what I
gosh.
stand for?
Do you know how crazy that could be?
I'm gonna walk away.
Are you kidding me? Imagine being an African woman meeting a white guy and he's like,
Sierra
build the wall.
Leone.
I'm done.
Yeah, I'm actually
done.
first generation American, and
I'm done.
My family's never been on public assistance. So what's up? What's up with you?
So what's popping? What's popping with you?
What's up with you?
No, what I'm saying is, okay, if they're Trump supporters, there's a good chance you won't even meet them. But what I'm saying is like little things that y'all maybe have a conversation with after you have unpacked it. You know, you go, he's there, she's there. Do you guys judge that? You know, everything's going good, but that. Would you guys continue?
It depends on how important it is to me. I think that's the whole thing about not so much as deal breakers, but like where do you draw the line with stuff?
Right.
So you want to meet that person for who they are,
right?
But
and give them a chance.
If there are some fundamental values that we don't agree on, we can't even be friends. Then I can't even see you as my man.
Right. I think that's fair.
I think this is a big topic that we should definitely unpack on another show.
Oh, most definitely. Part 2 for this is going to be great. I mean, we got to. There's so many more things in dating that I love, and I love that we all have these different perspectives. And we're a beautiful panel of relationship
Beautiful
dilemmas.
Thank you for that story. That was great.
Ridiculous. That was awesome. Oh, I love it.
That just gets me excited for like the next part. So I think now it's time for me to leave you guys with the inspirational message. Oh yes. So now we will have time. It's the time for Sesay's inspirational message. Unpack. Okay. So this is a quote from Matt Kahn, and it says, "Despite how open, peaceful, and loving you attempt to be, people can only meet you as deeply as they've met themselves." I'm going to say that one more time. Despite how open, peaceful, and loving you attempt to be, people can only meet you as deeply as they've met themselves. And with that message, I think it speaks for itself, and it just says that, you know, you can be the best person in the world. You cannot understand people do bad things to you. And I think I'm preaching to myself right now. Thank you. But people can always understand how they affect other people if they don't even know how that affects themselves. If they don't truly love themselves, they can never love you. So if they haven't even come to terms with who they are as a person and the good, the bad, the ugly, and what they need to change about themselves, they'll never see it with you, and you might want to walk away. And if they're a narcissist, just run. Yep, so that's my Sesay inspirational message of the day.
Yes, and that was a great message coming from the DMV Podcast. And you, Midori, where can they check us out at?
You can always check out the DMV Podcast on Instagram, Twitter, and on Facebook. Are we on Facebook again?
Yeah, we're on Facebook.
We're still on Facebook. Yeah, we're still on Facebook.
Always
We're
on
popping on
Facebook.
Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Stay popping on Facebook.
Hey,
Just making
Millie
sure.
Rock.
Just making sure. And Anywho, if you want to get personal with us, if you want to be a guest on the show, if you want to just send us some information about the great things that are going on in the DMV that you think that we need to cover, please send us an email at dmvpodcast@gmail.com. And you can always listen to us on SoundCloud and iTunes.
Yes.
And guys, you know, don't forget to tell a friend.
To tell a friend.
To tell another friend.
About the DMV Podcast. Thanks for listening.
Yes, that is how it works. Peace.